Okay guys, so we're here once again. Alright, so as you can see, the bill is coming together quite nicely. We have our motherboard. From inside we have the GTX 960, we have our power supply, we have our memory, and we have our cooler, right? And of course, we're now going to unbox the heart of our computer, the Intel Core i5 processor. Alright, now here we have and this processor is actually the Intel Core i5 4690K, and the K indicates that this processor is actually unlocked, right? The multiplier, and you can actually overclock if you so choose. Alright, so this natively runs at 3.5 gigahertz, and it's a LGA 1150 base socket, right? So it will work with a matching LGA 1150 socket base motherboard. Alright, I'll put a link in the description to all the matching parts in case you want to build something like this. Alright, now back to the processor. Now this processor retails for about $214.99 US on Amazon. Right, it's a 4-core processor and it actually has 4 threads. So basically this does not have hyper threading, right? And hyper threading would allow, if you know anything about hyper threading, it's basically where the processor has, each core acts as a separate processor, and then so if it was 4 it would act like 8, but this does not. If you want that hyper threading feature, you'd have to actually check out the Core i7 version of this processor. Alright, so I opted for this edition because for my gaming build I don't think I'll need the hyper threading. It would be nice, but the $100 difference between this and the Core i7, didn't think it was actually worth that, so I decided to go with this version. Right, now among that we have turbo modes, which will allow this to, if the processor is not being used up to its full potential, it will actually overclock one of the cores to about remember the actual clock speed, but it will actually ramp up one of these processors to about 4 gigahertz. I don't remember the exact megahertz in terms of how much it will overclock. Right, I'm bubbling again, so I'll just skip straight to the Now it has 6 megabytes of Intel Smart Cache. It has dynamic acceleration and turbo boost, as I said earlier, and of course it has Intel HD graphics built into the chip. So if you're not using a graphics card, you can actually use the onboard graphics that's built into this chip, right? But we'll be using our GTX 960, so we won't need that feature. Alright, here it comes in an average size box. If I were to show you the size, I'd have to actually use my small remote, and this is a pint size remote. It's kind of stubby. Alright, just to give you an idea of the scale. Alright, so it's not that large. Alright, now as you can see, we have the processor here. You can see the markings on there along with the clock speed. Alright, at the back of the box you have the processor information and serial number. You have the underside of the box, so on and so forth. You have some information here from Intel. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and open this up. If we can find the point for which you're supposed to do that. Okay, oh, here we go. I'm gonna use my handy knife here, and I'm gonna cut along the seams carefully. Alright, alright, so careful. Finally got it. Alright, so I'm going to carefully remove this from the box, trying to find the proper orientation. So you make sure this side is face up. And I'm going to actually slide this out. Alright, and here we go. We have the cooler with pre-applied thermal compound. I'm not going to use this for this build, the gaming build, I'm gonna actually use the H55 cooler, so we won't actually need this standard cooler. These things are ineffective, but if you're gonna just use this as a normal build, you could use this, but I have no need for this. I'm gonna put this aside. And here we have the start. If I can get it out and carefully. And this is the star of the show, the Intel Core i5, and the Intel Core i5 processor is in this carefully packaged plastic shield. Alright guys, this has been a quick unboxing of the Intel Core i5. That is the 4690K, which is a unlocked processor from Intel. Alright, thank you guys for checking out this video. This is Ricardo from Blog Tech Tips. I'll have a full review of this and my other parts for this build. Alright, I'll put a link to each review or each unboxing so you can check them out, or a link to the Amazon page which you can buy it over on blogtechtips.com. Alright, thank you guys for tuning in, and bye.